What's up, y'all? This is Trent with GMO Productions.
This is Pat, and this is our first ever podcast episode of GMO Productions.
Let's go. This is our very first guest. This is Cheddar Hughes, better known as Glenn.
Yo, yo.
The man, the myth, the legend. You
We-
see him everywhere.
We are super glad that he's here to spend his night with us. We're just big friends and big pals, and we're just super glad he's here.
That's right.
Yeah, Glenn, I'm sure if you guys are familiar, if you guys have ever been to a show, Middle Georgia or Atlanta or anything, you've probably seen this guy's face. He's a huge fan of metal, a big part of the scene, and actually a big part of GMO Productions as well.
Yeah, we brought him along maybe like a month and a half, 2 months ago now,
Yeah.
full time. Pretty much he'll be reaching out to different bands on social medias and seeing, like, pretty much scout. He's a full-time social media scout for bands in the area for us booking-wise.
So yeah, man, how have things been? What's been going on? What's new?
Not much. Just proud to be a part of the team. Really a family. Trying to get these people out here booked. Some people seem interested, and sometimes you don't get them. It's hit or miss.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. So what's your process usually like? Me and Trent been doing this a while. Like we said, we kind of brought you on a little while ago, and we're just kind of curious. Like, I'm not a big social media guy at all. It's not my thing, and stuff. So I'm not real familiar about all of that stuff. So what's your process like going through?
Well, I just like search for bands on Facebook, and sometimes I'll be posting this stuff on Middle Georgia page, metal scene page, and Savannah, and sometimes people hit me up and say, hey, are y'all looking to be booked, whatever, and I tell them to hit y'all up, and we go from there. Shout out to Necrofear, we got them, and Devastate.
Nice.
Yep, both of them had reached out for different reasons through email and messenger because of you, and that was a big connection that we made.
Dave's a good guy.
Dave's a huge member of the team now too.
Yeah, he
Just
came
running
and
along.
helped out with the Actus Reis show.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah. So that was cool. But yeah, man. So that sounds pretty cool. Again, that's kind of not my cup of tea, but I can appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
It goes a long way.
Yeah,
it really does, because just exposure for any bands, no matter who's sharing it, no matter who's talking about it, anything is positive for a band when it comes to social media exposure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, of course, not anything. You don't want to have negative exposure. Everyone talking shit about you, that's not good.
Yeah.
But if anyone's talking praise about you, especially like Cheddar does,
Yeah.
talking about all the different bands, sharing their content, telling everybody to listen to them, showing up to shows. I think since me and him have met, he's been to every single GMO production show that we've had on.
Yeah.
And
Very
that's
familiar
saying
face.
something. Yeah, very familiar.
Very familiar.
Going to different bands' practices, showing up to different shows, supporting them no matter what. Going with me to the Benton Family Backwood Bash and setting up that night. The same thing with the Give Me Oblivion show the weekend before.
Yep.
You're just a madman, dude, and we appreciate you for real, and that we're just glad you're here on the team.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. Speaking of those shows, Massacred was one of those bands that played, and didn't you just come from their band practice?
Oh yeah, y'all got a lot. They got something in store for y'all, and I got to see it all.
That's
Awesome.
what's up.
That's
See,
awesome.
you get that inside exclusive shit. You know what I mean? When you go and hang out with these bands, and that's just what we try to bring with
Yeah.
everybody. You know what I mean? We want all the bands to feel like they're family, and that's what you bring to the team.
It's so cool because Trent had told me about you, and we just schedules were super messed up back then, and there wasn't a lot of times that I could make it out and to shows and stuff. But he did tell me a lot about you, man, and that I was eager to meet you. And then when I did, I was like, yeah, dude, this guy is legitimately the epitome of what we've always wanted to do. You're like the human embodiment of that. It's
For
so
real.
cool. You're very supportive. You bring a lot to the table. All you want to do is just help out. You buy every band's merch. I've seen it. You've even bought me band's merch.
Yeah, you're wearing it right now.
It's like you're super supportive in the scene, and honestly, that's what we need. Super fans like you. Like that's what music and individual bands, that's what they need, are these massive super fans,
Exactly.
because the idea is to get somebody else to spread your message for you. You know what I'm saying? And you do that with everybody, dude. It's awesome. It's just really cool to see. And Middle Georgia used to have an awesome music scene. Back in like the early 2000s and stuff. It was huge. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And that's something that people may not know about you. You know, you're an OG, man. You're an OG. You were watching Deepest Gray play. You know, one of the first big bands that I was ever in when I was a teenager. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. It's come full 360.
Exactly, full
it's pretty
360.
it's pretty awesome.
And me and Cheddar met on Facebook.
Word.
I think it was right after January sometime, or I can't remember exactly what month it was.
It was March.
Yeah, see, super fans remember that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just got the message on Give Me Oblivion's messenger, and it was like, "Hey, what's up? Just saying, I like y'all stuff. Y'all got merch or CDs or something?" And I was just like, "Yeah, we got shirts." And he's like, "Shit, can I get one?"
That's cool. Off a T-shirt, bro.
Off a T-shirt, and we met. I met him in the Walmart parking lot.
2 shirts.
Yeah, two shirts. Met him in the Walmart parking lot. Me and my girlfriend pulled up, and we just sat there and talked for like 5 minutes. I appreciated him. You know what I mean? I've never met a fan just like in a parking lot in our town to pick up merch. That's never happened, and it made me feel cool.
Yeah.
Like as a musician, just being like, "Damn, dude, we just did that. I just sold this dude our band's merch willy nilly like that," and it was just really cool for me. And then especially for where we're at now, looking back on it, like it was just a pivotal moment in GMO Productions lore. You know what I mean? Like when we go back and look at what we've built as a company and as like a, just a community.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be a pivotal moment is you coming into the fray. You know what I mean? And adding that little spice to everything that it needed.
Yeah, and it's really cool how things have fallen into place exactly when they needed to with GMO Productions. Like everything, like we couldn't do back then what we're doing now for sure.
Dedication.
Yeah, for sure.
People like him. You know what I mean? People like our buddies in First One Dies. People like our buddies in Actus Reus.
Tombstone Blue.
Just everyone that pushes not only their music, but their buddies' music. And their buddies' music.
Yeah.
And that are just down to earth people. You know what I mean?
The community is definitely growing. I feel like we kind of lost it there for a little while. But it's definitely coming back. And I feel like, we are doing a good thing around here. Booking, as many shows as we can, bringing as many bands from out of town to here. And,
to make it in Warner Robins.
And then the next step is to take all these local bands out of town. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And,
and the list on Warner Robins bands is getting bigger.
It's getting bigger, buddy.
It's getting bigger.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the cool part. There's not just, Tombstone Blue, Give Me Oblivion,
Yeah.
like Splice.
Yeah.
Sugar
Virus.
Sugar Virus.
Mm-hmm.
Massacred.
Now Massacred and
but we're
Death of
back on
Death of a Capulet. First One Dies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like all these newer bands and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, man. Death of a Capulet, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They are looking for a drummer currently now, which sucks.
Yeah.
We got to see the drummer's final show. You were there at the Actus Reus show. They put on a hell of a show too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they did. All of them did.
Yeah, every single band did, for real.
Yeah, man. Marv's a good guy. Those guys are good guys.
I will say this. I went real hard on that show. Like, I was headbanging really hard, and I actually got in the pit a few times. Busted my freaking knee trying to do the Wall of Death. But
there you go.
It was fun.
Dude, I got video of me failing. Off of
a stage flop.
A stage flop instead of a stage dive. Man,
Oh,
nobody
it
caught
happens.
my ass. They all went whoop, right out the way. And you hear, I have video at the very end. You hear somebody, yep, right to the floor. But I was a good sport about it. I had fun. You know what I mean? I was doing the feature with Actus Reus for the night on Cultist, doing Taylor Barber's part,
Nice.
having to fill some giant fucking shoes on a feature, and it's like. I remember the bassist Logan hit me up for it, and I was like, God. I'm like, it was like 2 days before, I think, and I was like, yeah, Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. And just listen to the song like 40 more times than I already have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was a fun ass night, dude, for real. And you helped out the entire time. You rode with us there, I'm pretty sure. So,
Hell yeah.
I will say this: shout out for Dave for coming all the way down from Atlanta just to support and be there. And
yeah, LaGrange. You came all the way down from LaGrange.
Yeah, man, we appreciate the help and you know, can't wait to keep working with you. And we got a lot of stuff coming up and
We're going to need your help, boy.
yeah. You'll see. Everybody will see.
Everybody will see. We got a lot of
we
stuff
got
in the pipe.
a lot of stuff we hope to announce very soon,
Yeah.
very soon. Super soon.
ASAP soon.
But yeah, there's some bigger events that are already kind of out there, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Yeah, man. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that you guys met. I'm glad that you reached out, you know, to us, even if it was just for something as small as a T-shirt, dude.
well, the funny thing is, like, back then I wasn't going as hard. Like, I've been to maybe 5 or 7 shows, whatever. I didn't do tipping or anything like that. I bought them. I was a broke joke, so I just bought the merch that I liked, whatever, and that was it. I never really did. What inspired me to do the collection thing is when you bought, well, not bought, but when you got the Separatin or Septarian set list, I was like, dang, that's a good idea. And from that, I started collecting, and I reached out to bands to say, hey, I collect drumsticks, guitar picks, whatever you want to give. I'm down for that. But I went hard this year, and I'll continue to keep going. I don't know how many shows I've been to. I've been quite a few.
I'd say at least 5 to 7 more. In the time you said you've been to, like, what was it? You were saying 5 to 7 newer shows, or 5 to 7 before that?
Well, see, the last show before I got back into it was 2012 with my homies from After Me the Flood and Tate Fist and there was some other band I can't remember, but it was 3 bands and they played at the Constitution Skate Park in Warner Robins, Georgia. And yeah, that was the last show I ever went to. I just kind of like fell out of it, and then just got back on social media looking up what local metal bands around here and whatnot, and that's how I found y'all on Middle Georgia Metal Scene page, whatever it's called. And I reached out to y'all and I was like, hey, y'all got merch? I'll buy it as long as there's no evil stuff on there. And I got you. I'll support y'all. And then I literally bought that. And then you told me about the shows that were coming up. And I almost didn't go. Like, it was literally sleeping. Like, I'm on my work schedule and I'm sleeping. And I get up and I say, I'm going to go to the show. I said, hey, babe, I'm going to the show. She's like, you weren't doing this stuff when we were... I was like, well, this is something you're going to have to deal with now. And ever since then, I'm glad I went.
We're super glad you went.
Yeah,
and I've done talk to your wife a couple times. She's a sweetheart, and she's the most supportive wife I've ever seen, probably, of someone that just goes to shows and isn't like directly in a band, but is like supportive of them being a super fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His wife is a sweetheart.
Yeah, that's cool.
And she deserves some credit too. Shout out to her.
Ditto.
Hell yeah. But you used to go to all the shows back in the day, when back in the early 2000s and stuff. Every local show. You were a really big fan of all the bands back then too.
Well, not all the shows. I did, like, the one that stood out for me was, like, there was a band called Roscoe Strikes.
Mm-hmm.
No, not After Me the Flood, but Fun in Washington, and then they want to be professional and change it to Awakener. Then Toreadora, With Blood Comes Cleansing, Silas Marner. That was a stacked show, and that was a good show. But down in Central City Skate Park, the quality was bad. Like, power would go out, and they would have to reset up and everything. But those were good times. I went to a few, like maybe, like I said, 5 of them or maybe 6. But then, like I said, I got back on the metal scene this year, and I've been going hard with it.
Well, we got a lot coming up for you to go hard to. So
Yeah, and there's a lot announced already. We definitely gotta talk about all the shows that are coming up next month. In September.
yeah, we'll put something out and do like a little, full sweep of everything that we got coming up. Man, next year too.
Just everything.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool for real. We getting emails from people too.
It's
And
very cool.
talking collabs and
It's very cool. So
venue talks and all these different things. Having business meetings up in Macon with people and just it's what it's about.
yeah, it's been quite the ride, quite the rush. But yeah, man, we're super excited to have you on the team, and can't wait to see to see what you bring to the table. See you rock out to all these new bands and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm in it for the long run.
Moving forward, just with everything, GMO Productions is just very appreciative of people like you. I know we've said it a bunch, but we're looking for like-minded individuals to help out doing these events here in Middle Georgia. If you live in the Macon area, if you live in Warner Robins, Forsyth, Centerville, I mean that's kind of Warner Robins anyways, but you know what I'm saying. If you live anywhere in this direct Middle Georgia area underneath Atlanta, definitely hit us up if you're looking to do some cool shit.
Get booked, get on some shows, play with some cool bands, travel a bit more. Hit us up. We can help you out in some way.
We're building the scene, man.
Yeah.
We're doing what we can because of people like him.
Yeah, we can definitely do something for you. Artist, production, anything. Music videos. We're going to start this podcast. We're going to try to have, a few of them out as often as we can whenever we get the time to do it. But, yeah, a bunch of different things. We're about to try to dip our toes in the water up in Atlanta here pretty soon, too.
Atlanta shows are where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what we can bring that's already not there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Because Atlanta's Atlanta. There's so many people, so much area, square footage of people that could show up to any given show. And if you can pack out this little 250 cap venue and you can sell it out, and you got a wall of people, dude.
Oh yeah.
Going to this like little hardcore show or something.
Those are the best, man.
Yeah, like they do at Drunken Unicorn and stuff.
Yeah, they feel more intimate, and I've always enjoyed playing the kind of smaller venues or the bigger ones. I get whatever out of either one, but yeah, man, back in the day, dude, the Drunken Unicorn and what was it, the Loft.
I mean, both of those are still open. Drunken Unicorn, I just went and I seen Mugshot. Well, not just seen, but I seen Mugshot there with no bragging rights and stuff like last year with my girlfriend.
Nice.
That show was unbelievable. I think it was there. No, that was at the Earl, actually, I think. I can't remember. I've been to too many shows. But I seen First One Dies there for sure. Because I remember that was one of the first shows I ever seen of them was up there in Atlanta. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why is this dude going so hard on vocals? Brandon is the man, for real.
Yeah, Brandon's dope.
He's got some of the best vocals, in my opinion, in the entire state of Georgia, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of people. I'm sure there's a lot of great vocalists, but Brandon's like probably one of my favorites. If there was anybody I would try to personally emulate and try to sound like, it's that Yosemite Sam motherfucker. And they just went on LCY, their LCY video too.
Yeah, bro. Can't
Go
wait
check
to
it
do
out.
Can't wait to work with LCY a little bit, maybe in the future. That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Hell yeah.
This might be just me personally, but I'm a big fan of Tim, the vocalist, and Gimmick. He does a lot more than that. I'm pretty sure he helps with everything, but I want to play disc golf with that motherfucker.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Really
Way better than I am. I just played a couple years ago for a long time,
Yeah.
and I just ended up throwing them all in the fucking river or in the lake there at in Perry at Roser.
Yeah.
Rozier, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's a part where you got to throw it over the damn creek, and I've done thrown it in the creek like 4 or 5 times, and I done threw my last one in there, and I was like, all right, I'm good, and haven't bought another one since, because they're like $20-$25 a pop, depending what you get for that. You know what I mean? Your frisbee or your disc.
Yeah, my roommate plays all the time. I've only played literally once, and same experience. It was just
Chink. Bloop. I'm like, oh shit! But I had like 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers because I went into it. I tried it. I was the white boy trying it. You know what I mean? It is a very white guy sport, but it's fine.
but it's fine.
It's enjoyable. It can be fun if you're drinking some beers or something too with it. It'd be real fun.
Yeah.
some beer disc golf.
Yeah, I mean, I golf, but I don't throw frisbees at baskets or anything like that.
Whatchamacallit? What else? What else are we gonna talk about on this thrown together first episode podcast?
Glenn, your birthday.
Yes, your birthday.
We got a birthday show for me, only 'cause I asked.
Well, it's not even because you asked; it's because it's honestly deserving.
Yeah.
I I wouldn't see anyone else in the immediate GMO like family circle that was more deserving than you, to be honest. With that being said, we're definitely gonna put on a fucking banger. It'll be the first weekend of December. We're not gonna put out too much information now, but just know there's some heat. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna come, and it's gonna melt your Christmas away.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, you like that? We got to come up with a. Wait, didn't you come up with a theme that you said you liked? Because last year was Nightmare Before Christmas, and you said you had a Home Alone. You wanted to be Home Alone themed, right?
Yeah, I did, and I thought it would be cool to have him and then the little that little paper where he has all the traps set up, and then put the bands in the traps, whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. You know us. We love our themes on our shows,
Mhm.
and our we have a gimmick about like all of our flyers. Like I had paid Nick Freddy to make the Actus Reus flyer where they're in the spaceship over JBA.
Yeah.
Like
that's
that
cool.
that art, we commissioned that art as GMO Productions for that flyer. It wasn't just like, oh, Joe Schmo made the flyer. Like we had entire art made, and then Nick sent over like 4 different variations. That there was a sticker variation, there was like a full flyer variation, there was just an art variation. So I ended up like pretty much making a sticker for Actus Reus if they ever wanted to. I sent it over. I'm like, yo, so like here's a PNG that's like made for stickers. You can like literally print this at any time and it'd be perfect. And they were
Nice.
like, oh shit, dude, thanks, man. I'm like, yeah, it was just built into the flyer.
Here you go.
Here you go.
It needs to be on a shirt too.
You think everything is to be on a shirt, dude.
Yeah, because he wants all the shirts.
He wants all the shirts. He needs all. He's like a dragon in gold, but with merch.
With merch, a merch dragon.
He's a merch. Instead of breathing
yes.
fire, he just like. What is he breathing instead of fire? What does a merch dragon breathe?
Stickers, bro.
Stereo.
What are you talking about? Stickers and buttons and shit.
Yeah, just like and pins.
Yeah, man.
You're the merch dragon. I think that's the new nickname, merch dragon.
Okay.
I
you
like
do,
it a lot.
You do got some dope merch, though. I will say that. And he wants my drum rug, too. The original Give Me Oblivion drum rug. He wants me to just give it to him.
Yeah, we need to make this your drum rug. The other one. It makes more sense because it's got our name on it.
I know, but it's
Hard to roll up in.
no, it's just a soft rug, you know.
We'll put stuff on it.
I want to get a rug like that with a Give Me Oblivion on it. Or Derailleur. Or both.
Give me derailleur.
Derail Oblivion.
That'd be wild. Technically when Give Me Oblivion's together, that's almost derailleur.
Facts.
So like, Give Me derailleur, all we need to do is add one other person and
That'd be it.
that'd be Give Me derailleur. But speaking of, derailleur has a debut track out, 30 milligrams, available.
Check that shit out.
Fire.
Available on all streaming platforms. I do guitar and vocals, and I recorded bass for that one, and he recorded live drums right here in this studio for 30 milligrams, right here in this room.
So yeah, come get your live drums at GMO Studios.
Yes, sir. I know a lot of bands been doing MIDI, and there's nothing wrong with MIDI whatsoever. Nowadays, it's very, very capable of sounding like real drums, and there's no problem with that. But if you like that live analog attack, there's no way to get around it, man. It's a great sound we got here, and I'm so proud, honestly, of what we did that day, or that whole weekend, honestly.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was the first time I've ever learned a song while I recorded it. So.
Yeah, I had wrote all the tracks in MIDI, and pretty much was like, hey,
Play this.
play
No,
this.
But record it right now.
Yeah, I might have rushed you a little bit, and that's
No,
my fault.
no. I didn't. It was honestly a really enjoyable experience. For real, it seriously was. And normally, like for some musicians, recording can kind of be a pain in the ass, and it used to be for me for many years, up until somewhat recently. But and it's the pressure of it. You understand what I mean? Like the pressure of going in there
course.
and having to play perfect, and everyone's waiting on you. Drums record first every time, every time. Everyone's waiting on you, and they're anxious as well. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of feel for them in a way. So that's like kind of double the pressure. But it was just me and you know what I mean? And you're like, here, do this, and I really thoroughly had a good time. That was like one of the first times I've ever had a good time recording. So
I mean, it's because I wasn't putting the pressure. You know what I mean?
no, that's what I'm saying. There wasn't the pressure, just wasn't even there. So I actually really
Yeah, we're
enjoyed
just
it.
two buddies recording the drums down here. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I
was
mean?
it was cool, and I kind of wanna do that a lot. Like
That's what I mean. That's the overall goal, isn't it? That's what
Yeah.
we should be doing
it's
is
pretty cool.
recording. Give Me Oblivion, Derailer.
Yeah.
You know, Massacred, Tombstone Blue. Well,
Yeah, dude,
Tombstone
yeah.
Blue can record themselves as well, but
I mean, they can use the room.
for drums for
It
sure.
sounds good in here. You know what I mean? It really
It
does.
I know from what I was playing earlier when we came in to set up for the pod, just that sounded way even cleaner than what we did before.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the overheads had a lot to do with it. Before, I had them nice and tight to the cymbals. I think I did 20. No, I think I did 18
Yeah,
inches.
I think it was 18.
18 inches or whatever,
Yeah.
and it really captured the cymbals very well, especially with the 10 dB cut. But this time I gave them a little bit more air. I think I went 24 inches, and it really caught the room so much more, and it made the whole drum set sound so much bigger just by that tiny little adjustment. It's pretty neat.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's little things like that. Just sitting here tinkering, man.
So yeah, I want to holler at those guys, Mitch and all them. I want to pick their brain about some things, get them out here and do some stuff with them. I think that'd be pretty cool. We should see if we can get Mitch to come.
Do the pod.
Yeah, do the pod next episode.
Yeah.
So.
Tombstone Blue pod.
That'd be dope. Rocking the Tombstone Blue gear.
He's always rocking something. I don't think I've ever seen him in person without wearing some form of merch. Whether it's a hat or a shirt, he's got something on. And I can't even count how many things he's given me personally, merch-wise, shirts, also stickers, of my favorite bands too. I got current stickers from him, gimmick stickers. Current shirt, gimmick stickers. Fucking all sorts of shit, and I just can't believe there's anyone that supports anything we do the way he does, honestly. What we at? Yeah, 30 minutes. What y'all think? Y'all got anything else y'all want to say, or?
Keep it going.
Yeah, it goes fast when you're having fun, man. Having real conversations, just talking.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Glenn, what you got?
what you got? What do you think? Anything for everybody before we go out of here?
I don't know. I'm just ready for all these shows that are going on. There to support everybody, and can't wait for my birthday show. See what we got cooking.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Well, this was our very first episode. We're going to keep this one short. We just wanted to introduce the scene to Cheddar, Glenn Hughes, the man, the myth, the legend. You'll see him everywhere. You'll see him all over social media. You'll see him at every show. He'll be wearing your merch. He'll be wearing everything, man. This is the man. He super supportive, super big impact on GMO Productions, and yeah, when you see him, shake his hand, introduce yourself to him. He's a great guy, and good to have on the team. We really appreciate it, man. Seriously.
I would like to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior and these guys from Give Me Oblivion and GMO Production and Derailer. Check it all out. And all the other bands out there that I've encountered with, check them all out.
Hell yeah. With that, y'all, I'm Trent.
I'm Pat.
I'm Cheddar.
Y'all have a good one.